Hey, what's up, guys? Let's get into the Oklahoma versus West Virginia recap video. Now, OU takes a dub over West Virginia 16-13. Now, let's start with something positive. The defense showed up. The defense played throughout the game. Yes, that first drive where they had like 15 plays and they scored a touchdown. Yes, they gave that up. And on that drive, there was a 4th and 4 play, which West Virginia went for it. I mean, they got it. They got the touchdown on that drive. It is what it is. The rest of the game, they only gave up 6 points. Now, that is the defense that I'm talking about. That is the defense we wanted so bad in the Baker Mayfield, in the Kyler Murray days, because if they would have had that type of defense, we would have been national champions. The defense showed up to play. I don't have much to say on them. I'm proud of their performance. 13 points in a Big 12 game. I love it. Now, the offense. A lot of you blame it all on Spencer Rattler. I think it's a combination of things. I'm not seeing the big playmaker in our offense. Before, it was CeeDee Lamb, it was Marquise Hollywood Brown, Dede Westbrook, Joe Mixon. Those guys made big time plays after the catch, or they broke out on a big run. I just don't see it. Kennedy Brooks, Eric Gray, they're good. They're good. Eric Gray has some speed. He does. But he doesn't have that breakaway speed where he's just lightning quick like Hollywood Brown. And that's a problem. Kennedy Brooks looks like he took a season off because he's rusty. He's just not the same Kennedy Brooks. I'm not seeing he was a dynamic playmaker before this last year when he sat out. I haven't seen that same Kennedy Brooks yet. And with only 2 scholarship running backs, you're depending on those two no matter what they do. I haven't seen those breakaway runs, and it's concerning. It is. Passing. Jaden Hazelwood, he was the #1 receiver in his class. He's just good to me. He's just not that elite, great receiver that we all thought he would be. It's just not there. I mean, he gets a lot of catches. He'll get some great catches, but he doesn't do that CeeDee Lamb where he catches it against Texas and CeeDee Lamb broke free through 4 people and then scored. I just don't see that dynamic playmaking from Jaden Hazelwood. Marvin Mims, he had a great overachieving freshman year last season. Where is that at this year? I mean, he could be that guy. He's the most likely guy to be our best playmaker, so to say, and he just hasn't done it this year. He's had a couple good games, but I want to see a player get over 100 yards receiving or over 100 yards rushing. Our running backs and receivers are not doing that. They're all good. I don't see any of them being great, and that's a big problem because those big plays, those long Marquise Brown, those long Dede Westbrook plays, those CeeDee Lamb long plays, the Joe Mixon, that intimidates defenses. They're like, I don't know what we do with those guys. We're doing all we can, but it's just not good enough. OU just doesn't have that guy, and it's unfortunate because that would really start up the offense when there's that player. If he has the ball in his hands, he's going for that end zone, and we just don't have it. We don't have the juice. Mario Williams might be that guy, but he's a freshman. He's not going to make those plays right now. Now let's get to Spencer Rattler. Spencer's good, but I see a lot of the times he formulates in his head where the ball's going to go before they're even open. Like there was a couple plays in that West Virginia game where he's had it set in his mind, even though other receivers were more open on the play, that I'm going to throw it here. And that's what happened on his first interception. He wasn't even open, but because he knew that was a great route, he said in his mind before the play, I am going to throw the ball there. Spencer is not fast either. He can get you a couple yards here and there. He'll run for like 8 or 9, but he's not the Kyler Murray or the Jalen Hurts or Baker Mayfield where they're going to get 30-plus yards on a run. And then the crowd, we want Caleb. We want Caleb. Well, Caleb brings a different dynamic than Spencer. He just does. He can run the ball and he can pass. And that creates more fear on defenses. If you're too one-dimensional, they're not going to be scared of you. They're not scared of Spencer Rattler taking off for a run. Oh, okay, he gets 8, 9 yards. He won't do it that much anyway. So they're willing to let Spencer run because he's not that much of a threat. Caleb Williams, he is a running threat, and he can throw the ball. That's why he was the #1 quarterback in his class. I just want to see more of Caleb Williams on the field. Give the fans what they're asking for because Spencer Rattler, the hype was real on him, but he's just not getting it done. He's just not dynamic enough. And it's funny because he was the Heisman favorite going into the season, and rightfully so. He had a great back half of last season after the two losses early on. But all this to say, the offense needs some serious help. I don't know if Theo Weiss coming back from his injury will bring that dynamic playmaker in. Maybe Theo Weiss is that guy. We don't know yet. He's injured. But Spencer Rattler, Jaden Hazelwood, and Theo Weiss, those 3 5 stars that all OU fans were so hyped about when they came in, have really underachieved. I'm not that impressed with what they've done throughout their college career. And probably all 3 of them are going pro after this season. So if they don't do it this season, it's over. As an OU fan, we're just not used to having an offense like this where it's so hard for us to just score. West Virginia their offense should not be keeping up with our offense. And they did. Nebraska kept up with our offense. As soon as we got our defense to be elite like it is now our offense wants to fall down. It's like, can we both get up? But last week I did say, can we get a consistency first through fourth quarter on the offense or defensive side of the ball? And the defense showed me consistency. So I am happy about that. OU is still 4-0, but a lot of improvement to go. Hopefully a playmaker comes out of nowhere and starts making those big plays. All right, y'all. Peace.